Eastern Illinois head coach Jason Anderson. Coach, just start off general thoughts on this upcoming 2022 season.
Yeah, we've got a good group. Returning a lot of pitchers to our pitching staff. Um, Been working hard, trying to overcome the snow that's been up here, but we're really excited for this year. We've made a lot of progress over the last few years, and we're just trying to keep the ball rolling and keep expectations high among ourselves, and just ready to get out there and see what happens in these early weeks.
Thanks, Coach. I know you're going to get questions about this year's team, but I wanted to ask just about Trey Sweeney and having a first-round draft pick and how that helps you all going forward too, and recruiting and just what he can do as he progresses with the Yankees.
Yeah, Trey's a great story. I mean, coming here, as a freshman, we knew we had something pretty good, but to get to the point where you got the first-round pick with the New York Yankees is pretty special. And he has all the characteristics of everything that we try to find with recruiting. That came in obviously skilled, but also had the patience to develop. Wanted to help, turn things around here, and he did it. And and it's not just Trey. It's Will Klein, that was a 5th-round pick the year before. Jimmy Govern the year before that. Mike Yasinka the year before that. We've had a good run of guys that ended up in pro ball that have moved on, and not just moved on, but have moved on and had success. And so, yeah, it definitely helps with recruiting. But to just, have those guys come through to set the culture for you has been tremendous.
Well, to play off that then, let's talk about some of your players you do have. Let's start the preseason pitcher of the year then in Cameron, and just what you expect from him after a really good season last year.
Boy, we really threw him in the fire last year. He had just a fantastic year, but it was a bit of a unique role. We kind of saved him for whenever we got a lead on a weekend, and then we put him in, and sometimes he'd throw 3 innings, and sometimes he'd throw 6 innings. And that is a really, really tough role to take on and have success, and to go through 75 innings of that over the course of the year. Just extremely proud of him, and he's not going to have that type of role this year. It's going to be a little bit more standard role for him, but he really did a fantastic job for us, and really allowing us to have a great year and overcome a lot of injuries last year.
And where did that kind of mindset come through when you were pitching? Did people do that with their best pitcher? Is that something more is new? If you've seen in the major leagues, people don't save their closer for the last inning now; they put them in when they need them.
You said it right there, mindset. The mindset our team has is we're just trying to overcome all obstacles. We're trying to do things that people think we cannot do. We're okay being overlooked and being the underdog. And, I was a pitcher myself. My junior year, I had 11 complete games. You just don't see those type of things happen anymore. And with a guy like Cam, he's really adopted that mindset to where there is no, he doesn't complain, he just works hard. If we have a challenge for him, he takes the ball and he goes out and he does the best that he can. And it really, put up great results last year, but to see him get the recognition from doing something like that last year was pretty cool to see.
Can you tell us about then some of your offensive players back and people you're looking at? Logan Eichhoff was a player that 31 games last year, he hit 423. So some people like him that you can mention.
Yeah, Logan Eichhoff is going to be big for us. He was having a phenomenal year last year. I mean, I don't think anybody realized that at one point we had Logan leading the country in hitting, and then right behind him, Trey Sweeney was leading the country in RBIs. And so, before we started going down left and right with injuries, we really had a special offense going. And so if we can keep him healthy and we can get him anything close to what he was doing last year, he is just a very, very tough out. He's great on defense. He runs like a deer. He knows how to run bases. Just creates havoc for the defense on the other side. And so he's going to be a big part of that, obviously. But we got 3 other guys back that was in the starting lineup last year. Dalton Doyle, who's had a fantastic year, really got some big hits for us last year. Got a lot of game winners. That was very under the radar. He's fantastic at third base. Lucas DeLuca, very high on base guy, plays tremendous defense. He's back. And Ryan Ignafo, who battled some injuries last year, and he was really the guy that when all the injuries hit us, he was coming back from injury, and he jumped in not only as a great arm out of the bullpen, but offensively. He's got power. He can run. He can draw a walk. He puts balls in play. And so, we really have a good core there to go along with some junior college guys that have came in. But, I almost look as we have another, experienced returner in Nathan Ade, who got a lot of at-bats in the Big Ten last year. I think he had 290 there. And so in a way, it's almost like we got 5, guys returning that had substantial D1 at-bats last year.
I'm going to ask about your schedule. You start off with who's going to be a future OVC opponent. So you're going to Little Rock the first week in the season. Maybe tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we actually started with them last year as well. And so it was kind of interesting, to hear that they were joining us, because we're going to be pretty familiar with them. And so, I think it's great that they're coming into the league. I'm really excited about the teams that are coming in. We went down there, like I said, early, played through some rain a little bit last year. But I think they're going to be a great fit for baseball in our league. We had 3 really competitive games last year. And that's a good distance for us. It's a good starting spot, and hopefully we're ready for it.
So you've talked a little bit about it, but so what do you think then about just the OVC overall? And last year, 2 years ago, the season got canceled. Last year, some things had changed. How do you foresee it kind of going, top to bottom, and just parity? I don't know if that's the word, but just what your thoughts on how you see it shaking out?
Good morning.
Yeah, boy, I don't know. That's the thing I really like about it, and that's really evolved over, my time in the league is, I don't think anybody can truly predict anything, when it comes to the teams, because everybody's so even, top to bottom. There's always good talent, but when we actually get to the games the last couple of years, anything can happen on any given weekend, and they're close games, and you're seeing guys that are going to be future professionals and great coaches. And so I'm really excited about it. I think this year is going to be just like last year was. I don't think anybody really knew what was going to happen. And so, I think that's going to continue, and I think that's going to be really exciting for anybody following OVC baseball.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time this morning, and best of luck to the Panthers as you start the season next week.
Thank you for having me.